Hello, and welcome. My name is Jay, and I'm your StriveScan facilitator for this evening's session, and we are super excited to have you here. We have amazing schools with just 6 minutes to tell you all about why they are the right school for you, so no worries there. I've got a couple of housekeeping announcements before we go ahead and get on in to our schools and let the real all-stars come on out, but we want to welcome you to the Wisconsin Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Again, my name is Jay, and I'm your StriveScan facilitator, and I have some great schools with just 6 minutes to tell all the great things why they might be the right school for you. So let's get started here. Your camera, your microphone are completely off. You can see and hear us, but we cannot see and hear you. Also, there's a Q&A button at the bottom of your screen, and we would love for you to use that to ask questions directly to our presenters at any time. The only thing that we ask is that you add the name of the school in the question so we definitely know the right person to answer. Also, there are more sessions happening later this week we'd love for you to register for. And if for any reason you need to walk away or can't get this here live, there is going to be a recording available at strivescan.com/Wisconsin. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen and bring up our first presenter here with Temple University, the Japan campus. Go ahead and take it away.
Thank you very much. Hello, Wisconsin. I feel like a rock star when I say it that way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello from Tokyo and Temple University Japan campus. My name is Kelly Nuibe. I am the Assistant Director of Overseas Admissions. I am coming at you live from Japan. Thank you for having me here. For those of you who don't know us, Temple University's main campus is on the East Coast in Philadelphia. Our second campus is in Rome, Italy. And then, of course, our third campus is here in Tokyo, Japan. We do have study abroad programs all over the world as well. And of course, we are fully accredited by the Middle States Commission on Higher Education in the US. What does that mean? It means that you are earning an American degree, just doing it overseas. Here are some key points on why students choose TUJ, Temple University Japan campus specifically. Number one is the quality education. You are going to have a lot of homework. You are expected to do a lot of reading and writing, but that is so that you can prepare to work in any field. As I say, challenge is always a good thing. That's what you pay tuition for. You're paying to get challenged and be able to prepare for the real world after you graduate. Second reason why students choose us is the diversity. We are fully integrated, so you will be studying alongside Japanese students as well, but don't worry, classes are all in English. For those of you who are proficient in Japanese, we do offer courses in higher advanced classes, as well as partner school opportunities where you can take lectures in Japanese. Third reason why students choose us is the study options. This looks like a small list, but for a university overseas in Japan, this is quite comprehensive. We are liberal arts based in the Japan campus. The most popular majors are international business studies, international affairs, art, communication studies, which includes journalism and film production. It is okay to apply as undeclared. You can change your major later on. Just don't wait until the last minute to do it as a senior. And of course, any art majors here, you're earning a BA, so there is no portfolio review when you apply to TUJ. Fourth reason why students choose us is affordability. Our tuition for 1 year is about $15,000 US. That may seem high, but when you compare it to an out-of-state university and a private university in the US, on the low end, it is quite affordable to go to TUJ. In many ways, for students in the US, it's cheaper to go out of country than it is to go out of state. Because we are an American university, we do accept FAFSA. We are one of the very few universities in Japan to accept FAFSA, as well as GI Bill benefits for any family and friends who have veteran benefits. And of course, we have merit-based scholarships, which are awarded to students of any nationality, any residence status, regardless. It's just based on how well you're doing in school right now. If you're looking to apply, here are some quick QR links. I'm going to break down the application checklist in the next slide. It's like applying to any US university. We do take the Common App, or you can apply directly. We are a test optional school for any native English speakers. You do have to send all transcripts since the start of high school. So if you are a dual enrolled student, make sure you get that college transcript sent to us as well. Fifth reason why students choose us, and certainly not the last reason, is career prep. Our Career Development Center does a wonderful job with helping students with everything from part-time job search, interview prep, resume writing, getting internships, and how cool is it to say you've done an internship overseas, as well as looking for full-time employment. We have numerous companies our students go on to. Some of them include Square Enix, Amazon, to name a few. If you're looking to connect with students, be sure to catch them on social media, especially with things right now. And, international travel is a little iffy at the moment. Of course, you can, things will open up soon. Be sure to catch us on social media. Or you can catch us on the virtual road. My team hosts monthly webinars where you can learn more about the school as well as take sample lessons from our professors. If you have any questions, you can email us directly. Our inbox accepts emails 24/7. But don't, I might not reply right away, but I will when I wake up. So once again, this is Temple University Japan campus to you, Jay. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kelly. Really appreciate that. We'll move right along to our second presentation from American College Dublin. Come on up and take it away, Sarah.
Thanks, Jay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and start. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Sarah Healy, and I am the admissions representative from the American College Dublin, located in the city center of Dublin, Ireland. So I love to start my presentation out with this really cool, interesting photo because I think it gives a really great representation of the city as a whole. There's a lot going on. As you can see, there's plenty of restaurants, stores, libraries, pubs, bars, and just a lot of different things to explore. And I think that definitely is the city as a whole. Also, the city is great because it has a good balance between like an intimate community feel and also that other side of like the metropolitan busy city life. So it doesn't feel so overwhelming all the time, but there still is like a lot of, fast moving things happening as well. And then if you bring your view to the back of the photo, you will see St. Anne's Church, and that is where we hold our formal graduation ceremonies. So there's something for you all to look forward to a little further down the road. We are an Irish American university, which means we uphold the standards of accrediting bodies from both Ireland and the US. So what that means for you as a student is you can really pick the path that makes the most sense for you. And when I say that, I mean that through the Irish accreditation, your undergrad track will just be 3 years, a little different than what we see here in the US. And you'll just take courses under the degree that you apply to. So say you apply to an international business program, you will not be taking any creative writing courses. And then through the American accreditation, it will be like the more standard that we see here, the 4-year undergrad track. And you will take courses, like all of your general electives, and it won't just be from under one degree. So we are a very small school, and because of that, we are able to offer our students very small and interactive lectures. They're typically less than 20 students, I would say even smaller than that. But we love this because it allows for a very interesting classroom experience. There's a lot of discussion and debate, and of course, a little sprinkle of Irish wit. But it's not boring like a professor just teaching at you and lecturing at you. You definitely bring in your own opinions and you get to hear the perspectives of your other students. We are a very diverse campus for the size that we are, but that just means that there's more perspectives being brought into the classroom, which allows for a very lively and interesting conversation. So Dublin is your campus. As I mentioned before, it is an incredible city. The people are really, really friendly and always willing to help if you need direction somewhere. We are located in the heart of Dublin. We're like 30-second walk from the National Gallery Museum. So we're really in the thick of everything. You can walk to like anywhere in the city, like 15 minutes at most. As I mentioned before, the city is a really great balance of, more intimate community feeling, but also like that metropolitan feel as well. So if you're thinking about post-grad, there's a lot of great companies that have offices in the Dublin city center, including Google, Apple, Airbnb. So there's a lot of great opportunities within the city as well. Quickly, I want to talk about our administration. Similar to our class sizes, it is small. So we operate under an open door policy. All of our students are encouraged to drop by and get to know the staff. We're a small school because we really want to focus on our students and making sure that all their needs are met. If you have any problems, we really want to help you in any way we can. But for that to happen, we have to know your problem. So here are the programs we offer: that 3-year bachelor's, which I mentioned before, in international business and liberal arts, and then 4-year bachelor's in international business, hospitality management, event management, and liberal arts. And then we also offer 4-year BFAs in musical theater and performance and creative writing. So we welcome applicants from every corner of the globe. And because of this, our requirements are aimed at gathering a holistic view of the applicant. We really want to get to know who you are, what your interests are, your passions. So because of this, what's required is a minimum 2.0 GPA. And if you're a mature student or a transfer, a resume or CV, and then a personal statement that describes why you would like to study your chosen area at ACD. So this is your opportunity to paint that really vibrant picture of yourself, because this is really what we're going to see from you. This is our opportunity as the admissions office to get to know you and make sure that not only are you a good fit for us, but that we're a good fit for you. We have been test optional since the beginning, and we will continue to be so. So of course, all test scores are optional. Any recognition or awards or publications. I like to say to students, if you think that it better rounds out who you are as a person, absolutely include them. But if not, do not worry about it. So our tuition and fees is €9,000. The last time I checked, that was about like 10,400. And then for our BFAs, it is a little bit more just because there's different locations that you have for classes and different materials and everything like that. We do operate under rolling admission. So as we receive your application, we will get you a decision within 2 weeks. And our application page is located right on our website, and I will drop that link in the chat below. Once again, my name is Sarah Healy, and I am the admissions counselor from the American College Dublin. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate your presentation here. And our final school of the evening, University of Essex. Come on forward.
Perfect. Thank you, Jay. Let me just start by sharing my screen. Hopefully you can all see that. So hi, my name is Emma and I work in the international recruitment team at the University of Essex, which is based in England. So I thought I would just start off by sharing some of the key reasons why students from the US are drawn to study in England. So first of all, our degrees in England are 3 years in length. So for students that know what it is they want to major in, then England can be a really, really good option for you, because you choose the course that you're going to study at the point of application, and you choose that study from the very first day. So there's no general ed. And so for that reason, our degrees have early degree specialism. Degrees in England are competitive, particularly if you're comparing to out-of-state tuition. So it's going to vary from course to course and institution to institution, but typically you could be looking at paying sort of somewhere anywhere between $20,000 to $30,000 per year. And remember, you're only paying for 3 years worth of fees in most instances. Lots of our universities offer some fantastic scholarships, so some are specific for students from North America. Lots of our universities are FAFSA accredited and also offer veteran benefits and GI bills as well. You can apply via UCAS, which is essentially an online portal, very similar, sort of crudely speaking, very similar to the Common App. And you can apply to multiple universities in one go. The student route visa allows for students to get part-time work. So if you're wanting to get a part-time job to supplement your studies, then you can do so, and you can work on or off campus, and lots of internships as well are paid. And the final point to make is that with our brand new 2-year post-study work visa, you can stay in the UK once you've graduated for 2 years. If you're having a great time and you're enjoying living in England, then you can stay and work for 2 years. So there's some of the reasons why students love England, and the following points are sort of some of the reasons why students from the US love the University of Essex. So first up is our location. We have 3 campuses. The largest of our 3 campuses is in Colchester, which sits on 200 acres of beautiful award-winning parkland. All campuses are within easy reach of London, less than an hour by train, which in my opinion is the perfect distance. We're close enough if you want to get into the city, but far enough away so you really notice the difference in sort of London living costs. We're not really known for our glorious weather in the UK, but where we're located in the southeast there, you can see on the map, we do have some of the UK's best weather. And what I love about our location is you've got the best of all worlds. We're close to the coast, we're close to the city, we're surrounded by some lovely towns and beautiful Essex countryside as well. So Essex is a dual intensive university, which means we place as much importance on our research as we do our teaching. And we're recognised for the quality of our research. So we're top 25 university for research quality. We're a university that's really well known for our social sciences. So in particular, subjects like politics, sociology, international relations, economics, business, human rights. These are subjects that we're consistently well ranked for. And we're a top 30 university guide in the Complete University Guide. We have a really interdisciplinary approach to our teaching, which means that students can pick different classes, different modules across different departments and different faculties to really shape the degree around what's important to you and what students are interested in. We have 3 faculties, and across those faculties, we have 21 academic departments. So student life is a huge part of going to university, and there's so much to be getting on with at the University of Essex outside the classroom. We have over 160 sports clubs and societies, and our Colchester campus, which is the largest, is a really vibrant international campus community with so many facilities for students to enjoy, which include a theatre, a cinema, a brand new sports arena, which has some amazing basketball and volleyball facilities, over 20 hospitality outlets, including restaurants, bars, cafes, and nightclub on campus as well, and some great sporting facilities too. Students live on campus, or they can live on campus for their first year. We guarantee on-campus accommodation for the first year of study, and then typically what happens is students move off campus in their second and final year. But living on campus means that you get to take advantage of all the amazing facilities that are right on your doorstep. And we're also recognised for the fact that we're pumping money back into our campuses. So we're 7th for spend on services and facilities. So students are able to enjoy those facilities that we are pumping back into our campuses. So it's really cost effective as well. I mentioned that the degrees are 3 years in length, so you're only paying for 3 years worth of fees. Our fees are very competitive. So for this academic year, they are just under £17,000 to just under £20,000. So that's somewhere between $21,000 to $25,000 per academic year. We offer some really great scholarships, including an America's Regional Scholarship, which students submit an application for and is worth £5,000. We also have a number of sports scholarships and our IB Excellence Scholarship, which is automatic, and we're FAFSA accredited. So going to university, one of the main reasons I'm sure is to get a really good job, and I'm sure you're thinking about your career prospects. And this is something that Essex places a lot of importance on, employability. So lots of our programs have placement year options. So if you're career orientated, then that might be a really good opportunity for you. 91% of our undergraduate students are in employment or further study once they've completed their degree, and we have employability modules built into our programs. I just want to tell you about my favourite thing about Essex, which is just how international the university is. We're 4th in the UK for international outlook. We've got over 140 nationalities represented in Colchester, so almost 40% of our students are from outside the UK. It's a really welcoming, inclusive, diverse community, and it's an opportunity for you to study, live, work, make lifelong friends with students from all over the world. So I will stop talking now. And if you would like to ask any questions, or if you want to know anything more about Essex, please don't hesitate to contact me. I would be very happy to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Emma. Really appreciate that. I'm actually going to ask all of our presenters now to come back onto video here, because I do have some questions I would love for you to answer. And there was a question that came in the Q&A that we're just going to throw in there real quick anyway. And the question was, do your schools accept IB credits?
For TUJ, yes, we do.
Perfect.
We do as well.
Awesome. And Essex?
Yes, we do. So most of our courses for the IB, we would ask for 30 points. And I mentioned that we've got our IB scholarship as well, which is automatic if students get 34 points. So yes, we definitely do.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks for that. Just wanted to clear that up. But I've got a couple questions for y'all now, so we can go through those. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll start with Kelly.
For me, I would say when you start looking at any college or a number of colleges, it does get confusing. I know it's easy for you to just Google search what is the deadline, but it does get confusing once you're looking at more than one college. So my advice is to keep a diary, keep a journal, whether it's paper and pen fashion or electronically. This will help you mentally know where you put that deadline date. It will also help you with memory retention.
Perfect. Thanks. Sarah, what do you have to add?
Yeah, I think in terms, especially of like international schools, sometimes it's hard to do like a campus visit. So, feel free to, email the schools and say, hey, do you have a student who can talk to me about the day-to-day life, the culture of the city, anything like that? I'm sure that the schools have students that would be readily available and willing to.
Perfect. And Emma?
So Sarah actually said my number one piece of advice, which is definitely to speak to current students. I think it's the best way to get information about whether or not a university or a course you're interested in is the right fit for you, is to speak to current students, as much as we love talking to you as well. And we definitely don't hesitate to reach out to us, but speak to current students. But the other thing sort of similar to that, I guess, is especially if you are thinking about an international university, is take advantage of the virtual resources that are available to you. So we have lots of campus tours. You can see inside our accommodation. We have virtual open days. We would love you to travel and see our campuses in person, but we realize that might not be possible in every instance. So yeah, take advantage of the virtual resources that are available to you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. The next question, what's one thing that you want students to really remember about your school? Kelly?
Please remember that TUJ is in Japan. That's all you need to know. What that means, though, it means several things. Is number one, it's really an amazing experience to be able to earn an American degree. If you wanted to do your bachelor's and go on to your master's, we offer that. And do that overseas. That is a unique experience. Another thing to remember is we are a day ahead. So don't wait until the last minute to do your application.
Perfect. Absolutely. Sarah?
I think I really just want to emphasize, the size of our school. I think just because the school's small doesn't mean that we don't know how to have fun. But then, just the resources that we can offer you in that one-on-one time, it really helps, especially if you need something or just are feeling sad because you're far away from home, anything, we just have the resources to help you out. And we're kind of always there for our students.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Emma?
I would probably say that I would want students to remember just how international the university is. As I mentioned in the presentation, it's probably my favourite thing about Essex, and I just love that students can come to Essex and sort of meet people from all over the world and have this opportunity to make lifelong friends and start that networking process. But I think what students might say is the most memorable thing about Essex is the fact that we have our own campus cat that lives on campus. He's called Pebbles, and he has his own social media. He has his Facebook and Instagram account, and students go pretty crazy when they see him on campus. He's a bit of a sort of celebrity on campus. So students might say that, or certainly, students that are just starting might say that Pebbles, our campus cat, is one of the most memorable things.
I can imagine that's true. Absolutely. All right. And the last question I'd love all of you to ask is, what is one myth that you would debunk about the college admissions process? And that can be particularly for studying abroad or just anything about the process itself. Kelly?
Yeah, I would say sometimes I meet students who say, how do I make my file more competitive? And, that's kind of a hard question to answer, and because I know where that student's going, and they're going to, with basically where they're going is, if I pack my senior year with all AP classes, will that look good? And my answer is, well, if you're taking these AP classes, number one, make sure you like the class. Number two, make sure you do well in it. Because if you don't like the class, you're going to have a terrible senior year, which is terrible. But also, if you don't do well, it's kind of, in Japanese we say mottainai, which is a waste, because you've spent your whole year studying for that AP exam, and then if you don't score high enough, you're not going to get that college credit. So do make sure you're investing your time wisely, because it's something you like doing, not just because you think it's going to look good on a college app.
Great, thank you for that. Sarah?
Well, I would say just for studying in Ireland, you don't have to worry about having a visa before you come. So that's a nice little thing, nice little monkey off your back. Once you're here, you'll just need to get permission, but we're here to help. It's a very simple process. So, that's something about studying abroad that I'm sure some of you worry about, like, oh God, how can I do this? What's the process? Blah, blah. But for Ireland, you don't need one before you come. So
great, thanks for that. And Emma?
So I guess one of the myths that I would like to debunk particularly in terms of sort of submitting your application to study in the UK, is that the more extracurriculars you've got, the better. So that's really not true in the UK. In the UK, our admissions team are basing their decisions on your applications based on your academic potential. So they'll be looking at the subjects that you've studied and results for tests that you've already taken, and predicted grades for tests that you're going to sit. So your personal statement really is about why you are choosing to study that course, as opposed to all the extracurricular activities that you might have done outside of the classroom. So yeah, it's not the more extracurricular the better. It's really about your academic potential and why you want to study that course.
Beautiful. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it here. There was one additional school who was unfortunately unable to join us, so this is going to complete our evening. For all of you who are there live, I want to say thank you for tuning in and checking us out, seeing these three amazing schools, and hopefully you've learned a lot more. I want to say thank you to the three of you for being here and sharing your genius and expertise with us this night and morning. Also, for those who are here live, when you close out, there will be a short 5-question survey that we at StriveScan would love for you to give us some feedback. Also, there are more sessions happening later in the week. And if you need this recording, you can get it within about 1 to 2 weeks at strivescan.com/Wisconsin. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and you all have a wonderful evening. Bye now.